We'll now go into the coaches' interviews, and we'll do it in reverse alphabetical order by school. That starts us with Navy's Billy Lang. Navy was 13-17 overall, 7-7 in the Patriot League last year. They lose the leading scorer of the league for the third straight season, with Chris Harris graduating, but still have Jordan Sugars, who's a preseason All-League pick, and Patriot League assist leader O.J. Aguero. Coach Lang, why don't you talk about the 2010-11 Viz?
Thank you for having us here. We're joined by our Sports Information Director, Chris Foreman. I told him on the car ride for sitting there with me. I had to make sure that I recognized him. And I just want to say hello to all the coaches. Carolyn hit on it. I just want to emphasize again to everyone just a great group of people that we have here. I mean, it's unique because we see each other in July in recruiting, and then we see each other at this media day, and then we'll butt heads for 2 months in January, February. But these are great coaches. I know just personally, being able to compete against them for the last 6 seasons, other guys that aren't in attendance with Billy Taylor and Ralph Willard and Pat Flannery, they've made myself a better coach. But the quality of human being that is leading these players in the Patriot League is off the charts. We're just great coaches, but just great people. I'm excited to still be at Navy. I love my job more and more every day. Just the uniqueness of being at a service academy, being around the quality of individuals that I get to coach day in and day out, and see what they're going to do with their lives. I mean, the more and more that I'm there, the more and more you appreciate the opportunity to be at a place like the United States Naval Academy and be around these fine young men that are ultimately going to lead our country. And it's exciting to coach them in basketball as well. I guess the age-old cliche that we all try not to use, Coach O, I'm going to actually say we're excited at the start of the season, as everybody is. You know, I think every year I find myself in the same point. I can close my eyes and I can see, if I visualize this team coming together in the way that they need to come together, we can be really competitive by the year's end. And this is a unique team. We have not had a team like this at Navy in my 6 years here. Just different talent level in terms of the type of player, the unique blend of skills and athletic ability. It's been an interesting 2 months to get started from the start of preseason to now, so I'm excited to see how it all comes together. And you know, we're anxious to get started. Our first game will be in about 10 days. We play a small team in Austin called the University of Texas, so we're excited about that. November 8th. It's usually some guys are scrimmaging or playing exhibition games. We're tipping off on ESPNU, so that should be exciting. So Carolyn, we definitely upped it. definitely upped it. But we're ready to get going. And as I said, it's a unique team. It's different than any group that I've had personally. And I'm really eager to see how it comes together. And hopefully by the time we get into January and February, we're able to compete with all the schools that are up here. I again would like to echo Carolyn's sentiments and welcome Alon, who's a great coach and a great addition to our league. He'll do a great job there at Holy Cross, and wish the best of luck to everybody in the non-conference season. Hopefully people can stay healthy, and we'll see you guys in January. Take care. Thanks.
That brings us to our defending champion, Lehigh, who not only won the Patriot League championship, but also finished first in the regular season with a 10-4 record last year. They lose Marquis Hall, Zahir Carrington, and Dave Buffer in the starting lineup, but of course return preseason player of the year, C.J. McCollum. Coach Reed, let's talk about defending last year's title.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. I also appreciate the reminder of who of course. It's an exciting time for us. I think every coach is going to say that, because as a coach, you really look forward to the opportunity to forge your team, bring it together, and see how the new pieces come together. You know, this year is going to be interesting because we lose some experience, we lose some maturity, we lose some players that have really been solid leaders for us and great representatives of not only our institution but also the Patriot League, by being great students and also being great leaders and great character people. As we approach this year, there's new opportunities, though, as well. There's a number of players who have played a significant role for us. I think our team somewhat mirrors what Carolyn had mentioned about the youth movement, kind of in the Patriot League, and the opportunities that are presented with that. Considering we are a young team, we have some very young, talented players coming back, it provides opportunities for growth for them personally. But it also provides an opportunity for some upperclassmen who have played significant roles for us in the past, perhaps coming off the bench. You know, giving us fair depth in last year's team, to explore some new roles and some new opportunities, to take on new challenges and step up into some areas where things are needed. And one of the first things that we really tried to focus on in the beginning of the year was that leadership development and how important that can be. Because I would agree with Billy, you know, a lot depends on how teams come together in regards to how successful they will be. Last year we were very fortunate to have a very cohesive team, a team that really cared for each other. And we're already seeing a lot of the remnants of that type of culture being carried forward as we move forward. Although we'll lose some players, I think ultimately we're ahead of the game to some degree because that culture's been established of what it takes to be successful. And I'm very humbled standing up here representing Lehigh as one of the member institutions of the Patriot League. Other tremendous programs, tremendous schools. Also, very humbly, tremendous coaches who really understand how to get the most out of their individual talent on the floor, but also help groom and grow young men to be future leaders for this country. As we look at that challenge, you know, we understand our role, that we have to continue to fight and work hard, hopefully preserve that culture of trying to go about things the right way, making sure that we pay attention to detail. We're very fortunate to have some very talented young players back, and we're also very fortunate to have some hungry players that are excited about taking some new roles. So, as Billy mentioned, we're excited about the year, intrigued about how the pieces will fit together, but also looking forward to the opportunity to compete and battle and hopefully move forward. So thank you.
Thanks, Coach Reed. We'll kick it to the other side of Lehigh Valley. Last year's Patriot League Coach of the Year, Fran O'Hanlon, leads Lafayette again in his 16th season. Among his group is preseason All-Patriot League pick Jared Mintz. And of course, Lafayette was the runner-up to Lehigh last year's championship. Coach O'Hanlon, let's talk about this year's numbers.
Thank you, Matt. It's kind of like church, nobody sits in the front. Except me, I was up front. I go to church. I pray the lepers do well and they get healthy this year. I do want to echo what everybody else has said. This is a great group of coaches. It has helped me as a coach, certainly competing in the Patriot League. The preparation needed to compete in the Patriot League is terrific for any coach. If you want to compete, you have to do your homework. For us, this year we lose a couple of key players, Mike Bruno and Jeff Carey. I guess that's the process that we go through here. We want to bring out the old or bring in the new. And I'm excited about our team, as everybody is here. I also was excited for the Phillies as I grew up too, and they almost seem to finish in last place. So hopefully we don't finish there. But we have Jared here today. Jared, and it's funny recruiting. I know all of our guys all the fellow coaches can certainly relate to this. Jared was probably about my 5th choice as a recruit. Probably a lot further back than that, actually. Probably had some guys in the group that I would rather have had. But he's my 5th choice, and he ended up, when everybody else said no to us. And I know a lot of people are thinking, how could anybody say no to us or no to me? But it happens. But Jared came out, and that's how recruiting is at times. And he's been great for us in fitting into what we do. Our schedule this year, Carolyn, we're playing Gonzaga out there, top 10 team in Villanova, down at Villanova, and I'm hoping that we don't break my turnover record. I set the turnover record in Villanova. A lot of people don't know that. In one game, we better not beat that. But I want to wish everybody the best of luck. It's a terrific league. I root for you all, except when we play Lafayette. But as I said, I think this is going to be as competitive a league as I've been around. I hope, anyhow. I've said that before, and then either American or Holy Cross got off with it, or Lehigh. But I do think that the league is so competitive this year, and our league is going to be key for a lot of teams. How we do and coming into the league. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
We'll go right from our longest tenured head coach to our newest. Milan Brown, in his first season at Holy Cross, but 8th overall, took Mount St. Mary's to the NCAA in 2008 and to the College Insider Tournament in 2009. He has 5 players back who averaged 10 points or more per game last year. So let's talk about your first season in Worcester.
Obviously, it's like the guys are going to say, and everybody's going to say, it's exciting to be here. Everybody's ready for the year to start. Obviously, being new, it's a little bit different viewpoint from me and the other guys, because for the most part, they know their guys, what the next step is that they need to take. A guy that's off the bench that can now step into a starter role. Obviously, for me right now, we're all trying to figure everything out every day as a learning process for us. What I've seen from the players is they're willing to do whatever we ask them to do to put them in a successful situation. And as a coach, that's all I can ask them to do. I like my guys. I really like my guys. I talked to them, and basically we pretty much addressed the elephant in the room as soon as we got in there about some of the guys playing for their third head coach in 3 years. Like I told them, November the 13th, we play College of Charleston at home at 9:15. Nobody's going to be asking that. They're just going to know if we won or lost. That's what they want to know. So we've just been trying to stress to get better every day. They responded really well to how we're going to play. It's been a little bit different than what Coach Carney did last year. Obviously, it's going to be different than what Coach Wood did, him playing some the matchup zone a lot. But I think some of the veteran guys at least will get a little feel for what we're trying to do on the defensive end, as far as where we're going to hang our hat and what we're going to try to bring every night. Obviously, for me personally, I'm excited because I've had a chance to compete against some of these guys when I was at Mount St. Mary's with Jeff, my man Billy, Navy, we were banging heads all the time, and Fran a couple times at Lafayette. So I've always had a great respect for the league because I know that not only is it great coaches, but because of the academic standards that have been set at each institution, for them to do what they're doing on the court, when we know the time that has to be spent off the court, it's tremendous, and the hat goes off to all the kids. So we're looking forward to get started. I just can't wait till we throw it up and we start banging heads. And they said it's going to be a really competitive league. And like Fran said, sometimes you don't know how it's going to play out because it's the preseason and everybody's excited. You don't know where everything's going to turn, but I know that every coach here is going to be prepared, and it should be really exciting. So we're just looking forward to getting started, and everybody who's been supportive of me so far in the couple months I've been here, I really appreciate it.